Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and hope you are having a great start to your week. I did want to get a video here on the channel talking about this Revenant's Path with some artwork here. This looks like an interesting mechanic, and it kind of popped up out of nowhere, and we don't really know what's going on with this. So let's just do some speculating and maybe see what some people in the community are saying and get some context around this Revenant's Path teaser. So let's get into it. Alrighty, now first of all, I am just speculating here. I don't have any insider knowledge. I'm gonna be guessing and trying to do my best to walk you through some of the things that I think may be possible in an event like this starting tomorrow. Now, a couple things that we'll note here is we've got 3 different rewards. We've got a legendary book, and then we've got some of the awakening, blessing type essence resource, and then we've got a feast. So what this could be is something like a hero's path, path of light type of thing, where you have to choose between 3 different paths when you earn coins in game based on dungeons you're running and things that you're kind of accomplishing to earn points. And then you'll have to go down each side, and maybe the final reward of each of the 3 tiers will be legendary book, feast, and that kind of stuff, and you kind of choose your path down. We've seen Raid do events like this. Now, there's also a couple other interesting things. We have got starts in about 12 hours. You can see here by me looking at it in game. Well, look at what else starts in 12 hours. We have got a dragon tournament around just the Knight Revenant faction starting tomorrow. So, well, it's not exactly 12 hours, but it's pretty much coinciding. And what do we see on the artwork for the event? This is a Knight Revenant champion. So we've got a Knight Revenant champion on the artwork. We've got a Knight Revenant Dragon tournament. And it looks like the champion on that artwork is going to be this one right here in HyperX. Now, let's go ahead and do a quick review of HyperX as a champion, because this is a newer champion that some of you may not be 100% familiar with. Also, before we dive into that, little side note that, or a funny little thing that kind of happened in the raid community is some people were theory crafting that HyperX is, going to be like lore-wise or whatever, kind of the legendary version of Sister Militant, because Sister Militant also has an AoE A1 default as a common champion, which is insanely rare. It's the only one like that, and also kind of looks like a dark version of Sister Militant. If I pull up Sister Militant, you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. Let's go over to Sacred Order, down to the common right here, Sister Militant, and you get that AoE ability right here. And obviously in the Sacred Order looks more human-like and not undead, so could be like an evil version or dark version of Sister Militant. But anyway, yeah, let's go over the kit. HyperX is going to be an HP scaling champion with some decent base HP. It's almost 23k, which is pretty good. And then defense speed, accuracy, resistance, everything mostly normal and par for the course. You get an A1 that is an AoE, which is super nice, and it has a chance of removing a buff from each target. That's a very good AoE. You're getting buff removal, AoE hitter, good with a stun set, scales with HP, lots of cool things going on there with the A1. We also get another AoE on the A2 that has a chance to stun for 1 turn and also transfer a random debuff from this champion onto targets that receive a stun. So really snowballing a lot there. Really good candidate so far for a stun set, because then you would get it naturally on the A2, and since it doesn't book up to 100% chance, if you miss the stun with the natural ability of the A2, maybe the stun set could make up for that and kind of snowball on top of it and land the stun anyway. And then you also get the chance on the A1 to place the stun if you were in a stun set. Then we get an ability here where we're going to ally protect for 2 turns and also counterattack on this champion. So you're going to constantly be popping off with that A1, counterattacking to constantly remove buffs and stuff like that as well. And then we have a passive to fill this champion's turn meter by 5% every time an ally inflicts a critical hit, which is going to happen a lot. So we're going to be getting a lot of turn meter fill, and also heal the champion each time an enemy inflicts a critical hit. So, or heal this champion by 5%. So pretty interesting kit. Some fun things going on. There isn't really anything crazy insane, but some fun stuff that could be a lot of fun in an area against progression waves like faction wars, Doom Tower waves, tough stages. Put HyperX in a stun set. Wait till you get some good RNG on some stun set procs or something, and I could see HyperX definitely being useful in the right team. So then if we come back to the Revenant's path, let's go ahead and pull up Reddit quick, and we'll see if anybody out there in the community has some good insight or some good theories into what this could be, and then we'll kind of talk about what I think could happen. Okay, so we pull that up over there, and we've got, yeah, assuming Path of Light, different name, that kind of makes sense. Hero's Path, yep, okay. Yeah, so usually the community feedback from these Hero's Path, Path of Light things are going to be that it's interesting, they have new mechanics, but the rewards haven't really been super exciting or really instilling a lot of hype to get after some of these different things going on. Without even seeing the structure is true, we can't see it yet, we can't click on it or see anything, but it looks like people in general, at least here on Reddit, are going to be kind of underwhelming or underwhelmed and not expecting a whole lot. This kind of event or currency before, yeah, because it says Revenant coins. That's worth noting. Complete event objectives to earn Revenant coins. So this could be like a whole new mechanic. You could maybe like trade in those Revenant coins for a Knight Revenant champion. So there's lots of interesting things that could happen. I mean, they're definitely showing a Knight Revenant champion and a new one in ARIX. So definitely we can't make a final judgment until we see it in game. There's lots of interesting ways it could go. The ARIX art, yep, okay. What are the feast things? Yeah, for leveling up a champion to 6-star. Okay, cool. So Reddit, a little bit quiet right now. You know, people just kind of like, what is that? We'll have to wait and see. It's kind of the approach it looks like is kind of happening right now. So, okay, to wrap this up, I think we could see something like a global leaderboard for Revenant coins, and then the reward could be ARIX. I doubt they're going to do each individual group or something, but I could see a global reward being getting ARIX as a champion. The Revenant coins, that is specifically a faction. That's not like Heroes coins or anything like that, where it's just a generic name. It is obviously going with the Knight Revenant. So I think maybe if you earn a certain amount of coins, you'll have an opportunity to trade that in for ARIX or something as like the top tier awesome reward. Like you'll take your path to, down to get a book or some essence or a feast. Maybe if you complete all 3, you'll be able to cash that in for an ARIX or something like that. So we'll definitely have to get a video out in the morning once we can actually see this take place and see if it's something that's really worth diving into, see what the community is saying around the Revenant's path and all of that. Because ARIX is an interesting champion, and obviously it's always fun in a game that's been out for as long as Raid when we start getting new things to theorycraft and see if it's worth it and dive in and try out. So hopefully Plarium hits it out of the park with this. It's probably one of those last like new things we're gonna get before we start getting hyped up for the holiday fusion that should be coming up or getting teased in the next couple of weeks. As we move on into December, we'll start to obviously get that winter themed holiday fusion going on that we hope is really awesome, because the last couple have been a little bit of a dud in the eyes of the community. So yeah, let me know what you think down below. It's always fun to hear your perspectives down there in the comment sections as well. And then once this goes live, we'll throw a poll up on the community tab to let people vote on if they like it, dislike it, and you can do your best to monitor how the other people in the community are feeling besides you. So remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoy daily Raid Shadow Legends content. I am going to head off here and hopefully be able to get our weekly creator hangout on Tuesday nights riled up and get enough people there to hang out for an hour. We do it over on Twitch. You can find the link down below if you would like. Otherwise, I'll try to upload the VOD here on YouTube tomorrow if I'm able to make it happen. So thanks for everything. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.